How's it going, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Artist Angler. So today we are going to talk about my rod and reel setup that I currently use on the channel, especially when I kayak fish and wade fish, because actually a lot of you guys have reached out to me. You guys sent me DMs through Instagram, messages through Facebook, wanting to know exactly what am I using on the channel, especially like I said, when I kayak fish and wade fish. So today we're going to go over in detail of what I'm using currently. But before we do that, I want to make a quick announcement. As you guys know, the Houston Fishing Show for 2020 is going to be on March 4th through March 8th at the George R. Brown Convention Center in downtown Houston. Now, I am officially having my first ever subscriber meetup on two of those days. On March 6th, which is a Friday, at the Bugs Fishing Lures booth from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then on the following day, which is a Saturday, March 7th, at the Old 18 Outfitters booth from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now, some of you guys are asking, why are you having it on two separate days? Well, truth be told, I actually want to meet every single one of you guys out there. I want to personally shake your hand and thank you for the support that you have given to my channel for the past 2 years. Without you guys out there, I would not be where I'm at today, and the channel wouldn't be as successful as it is today. And it's all because of you guys. And like I said, that's why I'm having two separate meetings, because I know most of you guys can't actually make a specific date. So this gives you an opportunity, and gives me the opportunity to actually meet you guys. So pick a day, either Friday at the Bugs Fishing Lures or Saturday at the Old 18 Outfitters booth. Come and meet me, chit chat about fishing. Whatever you want to talk about, let's talk. Let's take pictures, let's shake hands, let's share a beer together. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm there for you guys. And like I said, personally, I want to thank every single one of you guys for helping this channel reach the heights it has reached in the past 2 years. So yeah, 2 days, March 6th, Friday, Bugs Fishing Lures, and March 7th, Saturday at the Old 18 Outfitters. Come out and meet me. Let's crowd up that booth on both days if you can, and let's just have a good time. Alright, now that we talked about the Houston Fishing Show, let's talk about my current rod and reel setup when I go kayak fishing or when I'm wade fishing. If this is the first time you ever seen any of my videos, welcome. A little quick background information about the type of fishing I like to do. I'm located up here on the Texas Upper Coast, around the Galveston, Freeport, Missouri area. Majority of our inshore fishing is going to be in the marsh setting. So therefore, when I'm talking about marsh, we're targeting redfish, flounder, and trout. And in these marshes, the water doesn't get really deep. I'm working from an average of 6 inches of water, probably up to 5 feet. The majority of the time when I'm fishing the marshes is going to be anywhere from a foot to up to 3.5 feet of water. So therefore, I've grown accustomed to really target the redfish, flounder, and trout with micro lures that range from 1/16 ounce all the way up to 1/8 ounce, sometimes touching up to the 1/4 ounce jig heads. But I normally stay around the 1/8 to 1/16 ounce because I found those to be the most effective with the redfish, flounder, trout in our shallow waters in our marsh system. Now, in order to fling these small little micro lures, you have to have the correct setup. And what I recommend using is a very light action rod and possibly an ultralight action rod, which I use both, and we'll get to in just a second. But like I said, in order to fling those small little lures and make them look lifelike in the water, to target the tailing reds or the flounder or the trout or wherever you're trying to target in that marsh, you need the correct setup. So with that in mind, let me show you my bread and butter setup. This currently is my bread and butter setup. This is the Old 18 suppressor rod. This is the light action rod, so it's very versatile. It can throw from 1/8 ounce all the way up to a 1/4 ounce jig head. As you can see, I have it paired up with a 1/8 ounce swim hook along with a paddle tail. When I kayak fish and when I wade fish, this is my bread and butter. This is what I always start off with. I have it paired up with the Shimano Metanium DC, and I have 5-pound Shimano braided line. The reason why I love this setup, because this is so versatile. This rod and reel setup is high quality. The blank is made in USA. It has nice wind grips on it. It has 11 titanium guides on it. I'm able to, like I said, I can throw a Bugs lure if I want to, like the curl tail 1/8 ounce, or I'll use a jig head like you see right here, along with a paddle tail, and this thing is money. I've caught so many big redfish, up to, I want to say the biggest redfish I actually caught on this rod setup in the small marsh system that we have here on the upper coast is around, I want to say about 31, maybe 32 inches. I have to kind of look back in my videos, but this thing has absolutely caught some big donkeys on the channel. And like I said, it's so versatile, and I highly recommend, if you're only going to buy one old 18 rod, the light action rod is probably the way to go, just because you're able to throw a light lure, a 1/8 ounce Bugs curl tail, up to a 1/4 ounce jig head with a swim bait like this. No problems at all, and you'll enjoy it, and you can use it for wade fishing, because this is what I actually use. This rod and reel setup right here is what I actually use when I go wade fishing. Alright, so here's my second setup that I have on my, when I go kayak fishing or wade fishing in the marsh. This is another light action old 18 suppressor rod, but as you can see, this is the spinning reel setup. I have it paired with the new Shimano Stratic 1000. I also have a CI4 Plus, but however, I'm really enjoying this setup right here, because once again, a made in the USA blank from old 18, the suppressor line, along with this is 10-pound braid that I have spooled up with the Shimano Stratic 1000. And this is my official popping cork. As you see here, I have a popping cork with about 2 feet of leader line paired up to a 1/8 ounce swim hook that I'll tie a gulp or bugs or another paddle tail to. And when fishing gets tough, this thing has been money. I've caught a lot of good fish with this, and if I feel like it, I can always cut off my popping cork, and I can actually tie a paddle tail, or tie another curl tail, or another Bugs lure, whatever I feel like, and I can also still fling that light lure with this setup here, because once again, this is going to be the same blank that you just saw me on my versatile setup, my main bread and butter, but this is the spinning rod version of it. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 titanium guides that are saltwater corrosion resistant, with hard zirconium inserts in it, so you know this rod is going to last you a long time. And the action and the feel, the consistency of working that lure or popping cork, or heck, if you want to tie live shrimp onto a hook, you're able to throw it out, because shrimp is very light, obviously, especially the smaller little live shrimp. You can throw it out there, you can free line it, no problems with this setup right here. Now that you've seen my light action setup, let me show you my 2 ultralights that I take out when I kayak fish on the Texas Upper Coast. Here is the first ultralight setup that I have. This right here is the old 18 suppressor ultralight setup. Same made in USA rod blank, 11 titanium guides, wind grip. It's specifically designed for your wade fishermen, your kayak fishermen, with a short butt, so it doesn't get caught or snagged in your vest or your jacket or your waders, whatever. I put a lot of thought process and recommendations when they were designing a rod for my channel. Old 18, when they were designing it, they asked me for my input and what I thought would be a perfect rod, and this is the setup, exact measurements that I gave to them. They're all these old 18 suppressor rods that I use on the channel are at least minimum 7 feet long. Reason why I selected that length is because I need that extra length in order to fling that small lure. And on top of that, when I'm fighting a fish, I have enough length so it can go over the bow, because redfish, if you ever caught a big redfish, when you hook into one, they go crazy. They'll swim under your kayak, they'll swim left and right, they'll try to go around you just to try to get away. So that's why 7 foot is the length that I preferred, and that's what I want in my old 18 suppressor rods, along with a short butt to make it more efficient. Once again, this is right here is the ultralight. I usually throw a 1/8. This is probably the heaviest lure that I'll throw on this setup right here, which is a 1/8 ounce Bugs curl tail, which has been a phenomenal lure in the Texas Upper Coast, targeting redfish, flounder, and trout. I've caught so many fish with this lure right here, and with this setup in general. This is what you need if you're going to throw these small little lures, and this is what I always recommend to people that always ask me what kind of ultralight rod and reel setup am I using to able to throw these BFS type lures. Okay, last but not least is my other ultralight setup. This is going to be the exact same one that I showed you. This is the old 18 ultralight rod setup, 7 foot, same length, no difference, 11 titanium guides, made in USA blank. But this one is paired up with the Shimano Scorpion BFS reel. This is a JDM market mill reel with a 5-pound Shimano JDM braid. You're probably asking yourself, why do I carry 2 ultralights? Well, that's a good question. As I stated before, number one, I've come to grown to really truly adore the micro lures, especially when I'm targeting the flounder, redfish, and trout in my home waters. And I found that these ultralight lures are really effective. I would say just as effective as a paddle tail and jig head, but you get that sensation of that fun fight when you hook up with a big giant with an ultralight setup right here that has very fast action. As you can see, a lot of action. I mean, I can't explain it. It's like trying to catch a big fish on a crappie jig or crappie setup. I mean, the fight is fun. It takes a little bit longer, obviously, because you have a big fish on ultralight setup, but it's worthwhile, and it really tests your skills as an angler. See if you can actually bring those fish in on this light action, especially this 5-pound braid, without losing that fish. Alright guys, there you have it. Really short video of the rod and reel setup that I'm using currently on the channel. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me hear what you think. If there's another type of video that you want me to post about tackle, gear, whatever, let me know. Oh, also back to the fishing show. The discount code that I've been telling you guys to get 20% off, RxAngler20. If you can't make it to the fishing show, you can still apply that online. Or if you do come to the fishing show and you mention RxAngler20 on any days that the fishing show is going on, whether I'm there or not, you'll still get 20% off all suppressor. You'll get 20% off the hollow point, and you'll get 20% off ambush, whatever your heart desires. So take advantage. It's a great savings for a high quality, made in USA rod blank, especially the old 18 suppressor line. So yeah, that's gonna be it guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to meet every single one of you guys out there at the Houston Fishing Show. Like I said, leave me a comment, send me a DM through Instagram, send me a message through Facebook, whatever. If you can't make it, no big deal. Maybe next time, but like I said, if you can make it, please come out. I really want to shake your hand. So yeah, that's gonna be it guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.